Started? Oh, hey, it started. What's up, guys? Welcome. Uh, Hold on a second. Today we're going to talk about that's my Canadian, how to build muscle, hold on to muscle without all that joint pain. I actually almost forgot what I was talking about because I did not expect this live to go on so fast. I'll be right back. Here's some coffee. I'm going to put this away. So grab your cup if you are ready to go. Put this down. Ooh. Boom, here we go. What's up, everybody? Thank you all for coming out today. I do appreciate you guys coming out and through. I was just running the live part. Hold on one second. I was not expecting this live to be so fast. I did not know it was going to start immediately. So let's adjust, shall we? Thank you guys again. If you're new to the channel, talk mental health, physical health, especially over your 40s. What I do. Honestly, I'm not gonna say what we do, but what I do personally to stay healthy, stay strong, keep my muscle, but at the same time, pain-free-ish. I'm not gonna say you can be pain-free at 40 because we all know as we age, it does get stiffer, it does get tighter. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Those two words, but it does. And waking up is like snap, crackle, and piss up. Right. So if you feel me and if you feel the same way and just kind of looking for that answer, or at least a guideline to how to build the muscle, get the lifting in, get the workouts in without all the pain all the time, especially like elbow pain and knee pain and hip pain. I'll show you what I do because it's gotten a lot better. And guys, I want you to know that I have tons of issues with inflammation, tons of issues with joint pain, arthritis. Look at these hands. They're not they're all gazacked up. They're not crazy, but yeah, they hurt when it gets cold. I can't jump into a pool that's a little colder, even though I do, but I got to go like this because my joints hurt. So again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe up, say hello, let me know where you're from, so I know who I'm talking to. I want to know where I'm talking from. If I'm talking, and we're from New Jersey, right? You're from the Jersey, say what's up. If you're from New York City, say what's up, East Coast. But now I live in Las Vegas, so if you're from Las Vegas, say what's up. You're from Cali, say what's up. If you're from the Midwest, whatever those states are, Iowa. Ohio? I don't even know if that's Ohio as a state. Is it? I forget. Yes, it is. That's really bad that I forgot that. So today I'm going to show you how I build my muscles without wrecking my body. And what actually changed when I became 40 was recovery became a lot harder to do, right? Inflammation rises, old injuries, things you never thought of start taking over. It starts taking over your body. The energy to do stuff is no longer there. That oomph, where's the oomph? I want that oomph back, and that has to do with a lot of things that change even after your 30s. Now, I don't even want to say oh man, I don't want to say your 40s only, because it does happen. Testosterone levels shift, and that is not good. That is not a fun thing. So the first thing, let me make sure that this is here. Perfect. Good. The first thing I do is I lift heavy, right? I lift heavy for me, right? I'm not lifting heavy for other people. I'm not lifting heavy in comparison to some person I follow on Instagram. I'm lifting heavy for me, right? And the only way to know that, now this is only if you lift, right? If you lift, first off, if you're not lifting, well then it's really hard to build muscle, because you do need to use compound movements and isometric movements and bigger movements, right? With a progressive overload, as well as adding food to it, but that's a whole nother topic. But you have to be lifting, doing something. And if you haven't lifted, well, then start with body weight stuff like push-ups, squats, sit-ups, pull-ups. Of course, pull-ups is hard, but anything and down that line, then maybe start getting into lifting. But right now I'm talking to people that do lift. And if you do, lift heavy. Now, heavy with form, heavy with intention, heavy with understanding, right? Good, slow tempo, good control. I don't care if you do 135 versus 125, but 125 looks like a hot mess versus 135 that looks more controlled and you're engaging all your muscles. I would rather take the 135 versus the shitty 225, But a lot of times our egos, and we talk about this on the channel all the time, is ego does take over and it wants to go heavier, too heavy, something that it can't control, right? And from there, yes, is it good to do? I'm going to say yeah, but with form, with a process, right? Just don't get to the 225 for the sakes of getting to the 225. Stay at the other one, hone the mechanics, hone the form, hone the feeling, and then slowly progress up, slowly progress up. When you look at my notes, focus on form, tempo, and time under tension. Just said that. Moderate weight, high control. Use more, good. And if you can't, say someone doesn't like or really hasn't used a barbell or really hasn't used a dumbbell, well, then use machines, right? Use machines that give you a good range of motion. My dog just fell off the couch, by the way. A good range of motion. If I turn this camera, it's gonna get messed up. Good range of motion, right? Because sometimes machines only let you get to here. Find one that can get a good range of motion, nice fluid range of motion with good control, and still go heavier. And they're easier, especially they're joint friendly, because they can you can progress them up pretty quickly. So you can go from like 40 to 50, 50 to 60 by a pin. You know, love machines if I have them. A lot of times inside the garage, I don't have machines. I haven't used machines in a long time. But when I do get a chance, I love them, especially lat pull down machines, back machines, leg machines, like a good leg press or leg extension. Always good to have, because sometimes my back just doesn't want to do those things. And I'm sure if you have a back issue or a knee issue, maybe start with some machines and try to find places where you can control, get the tempo. With machines, you can control a lot better, because you can, it doesn't put your body in such precarious situations to where like you have to stabilize as much, right? When you're doing a barbell squat, you have to stabilize everything. You have to know the steps and mechanics, and maybe you're not there yet. So using a machine that helps you do so might be the key. So lift heavy, but heavy for you, not for other people. Cool. Include mobility and warm-ups. Always warm up. Guys, if you don't warm up, you're going to get hurt. I don't care what you say. Like, you may be safe in the first couple, but you got to warm up and you got to do some mobility drills. Now, what's a warm-up, right? If you go to a personal trainer and they're like, here, get on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then we'll start. That's not a warm-up. You're warming up to get some circulation. Perfect. So for me, what I like to do as a warming up is I'll clean the house, I'll walk the dogs, I'll do something to kind of get my heart rate gradually up a little bit over the hundreds for a little bit, and then I'll go into my warm up, which is a warm up for the workout. So if I'm doing, let's say I'm doing bench, right? I'm not just going to go in and just go into the bench, right? I'm going to do a couple of sets of push-ups, inverted rows, right? So I'm going to go here up top. Whether it's, I could do elevated push-ups on the counter. Bang, let's do them together, right? 3, I'm going to go 10 reps if this is my easy warm. Now you want to go a little harder, you can do it on the floor. Perfect, right? Now I'm going to go inverted rows, which is TRX rows. So I'll get a TRX and I'll pull. If you don't have that, I have a dumbbell. I'll do 2-point row. So from here up top, 1, 2, 3, pinching and squeezing, trying to get the whole lats, subscap moving, turning, and getting all that going, okay? So making sure you do those. I do those for like 3 sets. Now I'm doing some warming up, right? Do a little activation. What I also do is mobility. More importantly, mobility. What is mobility? Mobility is not stretching, right? Stretching is this. So here's your finger, here's mobility, or here's stretching. I'm going to take it. Here's the furthest I can bend this finger. And now I'm going to, with assistance, get a little bit more out of that muscle into that joint. That's called stretching, right? Now here's mobility. My finger and whatever I can do myself. This is my end range without assistance. This is assistance. This is not. So this is my mobility. So where's the mobility of my finger? Is there. Right. So in retrospect of a hip, right? This, if I can't do it. So mobility for the hip is kind of find hip circles up, out, and then around. I'm trying to get to the end range end range of everywhere inside the joint, right? Same thing with shoulder rotation, mobility of the shoulder. Here, oof. Now without turning, because now notice my shoulder went like that to get more, right? I leaned to get more rotation. I'm gonna keep my body still. And now without pain, that's all I really got, right? But with assistance, I can get more. See how I move around? No, I wanna stay tight, challenge the end range, stay there, pop, 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 boom, right? A lot of people think mobility is just like yoga the entire time. No, mobility is just anything that you can hit the end range of a joint without assistance. Just getting to the end range and then challenging it over and over and over again for reps. And you'll feel good. And especially on the chest day, I'll hit shoulders, I'll hit here, hug, right? Keep moving. What's another mobility? I do T-spine rotation, right? I think that a lot of times shoulder pain is usually the middle part of the back, also called your thoracic spine. So I'll lay down on the ground and I'll open up. This is my favorite one because I really want to get that T-spine mobile, get it moving, right? Because it's the most important part. A lot of us just skip it. Even though it's so easy, it is. But it's so easy that we overlook it. And then we just jump onto the bench and then we go. And then even after all those, right? Those are done, like it seems like it's a lot. It'd be done like 5-10 minutes. But then the warm-up sets leading to your presses, if you're doing bench, is very important. So if my goal was to bench 185, right? Because that's like a sticking 80% for me usually, I will warm up to the 185. I'm not just going to go to the bar, strap on 185, and then go. No, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do 95 for a set of 5. Boom. Take it off, take a breath, put 135. So put 45s on each side, hit a set of 3 to 5. Boom. Now I'm there. Now it gets like 155, 165. I'll do a set of 1 to 2. Boom, boom. That's about like, 10 to 20 pounds less than the goal. Now for my first working set, I'm now in my 185, right? So I took like 3 warm-up sets to work on technique, to work on positioning. If you guys want to work with that with me or want a video on how to bench a little bit better for you, especially with shoulder pain, let me know. Comment down below. I'll make that bad boy up for you. But for the most part, I usually take 2 to 3 warm-up sets to get to my first set of strength-based benching, right? But if I'm doing like sets for reps, say I'm just going to do sets of 12 to 15, well, then I'm already starting at 135 because I'm not going to do 185 for 12 to 15. Can I? Probably. But am I going to? No, I'm not going to conk out. So I'll do like 1 set of the bar, 1 set of 95 pounds, and then I'll start at 135. Kind of get me? It saves the shoulders. It just gets the body going and making sure that's how it goes. Now, we can talk. I would say the biggest problem I fell into for me was I banged out a lot. And I'm not going to say conditioning or CrossFit is wrong, right? It's not. I believe in any type of training modality for whatever it is you do, right? But there's also called a scale, right? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. It's delicious, by the way. You have a coffee. Cheers to you. What do they say, the Irish people? Slanja? I don't know. Think. Salud. That's Italian. Hey, salud. Salud. Slanche. You let me know. Comment if I sound stupid. That's easy. I do sound stupid. Where was I? Splits. So CrossFit, crank. At crank, the model was strength, hypertrophy, and then conditioning, right? It kind of varied depending on the program, but for the most part, it was always a base lift. After that, accessory exercises to supplement that lift, and then usually opposite of those motions, or maybe a little bit into those motions, into the finisher or the conditioning aspect. So no matter what I do a full body workout. Right? It's a full body workout. Why? Because the biggest mistake that I made as a person, just for me, because this is the way I like to train, right? I did chest, tris, back, bis, off, shoulders, whatever you want to do, fuck legs. Right. I'll do legs next week. But even if And then the weekends come, they'll do it on the weekend. But I loved legs, but at the same time, at the end of the week, we're not doing legs. So I kind of switched it, and then I would do legs on Monday, right, to make sure I get it in. And then back and buys, chest and tries, off, shoulders, and then off. But here was the problem, right? How many times a week did I get to do legs? Once. How many times a week did I get to do chest? Once. Oh, once. Hey, once. Right? There's no frequency. So what I found is that, and through researching and science and coaches, full bodies for me, not a bodybuilder, is becoming more efficient for me than anything, because now I'm hitting legs. I don't have to smash the legs, right? So like Monday, I would smash the legs. It'll be squats with leg presses after, leg extensions, leg curls, right? And then after that, hill sprints or something, calves. So now I can't walk for 10 days. All right, I can't walk for 10 days. Versus I'll do squats on Monday, followed by chest. Or let's be specific, that's broad. I'll do barbell squats, box squats for a strength position, right? For strength. Maybe 3 to 5 reps, pretty heavy. Second movement, bench, about 5 to 6 reps, still a little strength. Then after that, I'll do a little complex or a little circuit of exercises, usually 2 to 3. I'll just keep running them through for about 10, 15 minutes. And then I'll move into the next day. Next day will be a little lighter. It'll be opposite of legs. So if I did here, now I'm going to do back, but I'll do a high rep back. So I'll do like lat pull downs for 10 to 12 and keep it there. And then on the bottom, be light legs, like body weight squats, kettlebell swings. Right? Now, if I want to take off, I can take off on any of those days, or I can go to Wednesday now. Now, Wednesday is going to model the same as Monday, right? With a heavier strength, but the strength is now going to be my bench. Okay, so now I'm going to go bench, heavy. And then here be hip movement. So now I'm trying to warm up the hip, and then conditioning. And then bang, on Friday, now it'll take a day, and then it'll be a light squat, and then the next day will be, usually it's 3 days a week. I'm trying to give you a 5-day model. And then after that will be my deadlift on Friday or Saturday, right? So my hip hinge, usually an RDL, a hex bar. I'm really conventional deadlift doesn't work well for me. So just because of my hips and my new hip, and just doesn't, I always throw my back out. So it ain't worth it, right? The juice ain't worth the squeeze for me on a regular deadlift. So I'll find different variations of a hip hinge that I can challenge with weight. And usually hex bar is a great example, single leg, double leg hex bar, RDLs, sandbag lifts, things like that. Still using strength, still making it tough, but that's kind of the model. Again, I talk through a 5, but usually I'll do 3s. Right? For me, 3 strength days a week is perfect. And then on the middle ones are active recovery. So like Monday, strength day, Tuesday, active recovery, which is like not doing anything, but maybe going for a walk outside, going for a ruck. I ruck every day, obviously, but strength on Wednesday, active recovery on Thursday, and then Friday strength, and then weekends, active recovery or sports. Doing something fun, right? Doing something, jiu-jitsu, baseball, tennis, badminton, pickleball, whatever. Be active, right? Keep moving. Don't take a day off. People take days off. It's stupid. Don't take a day off. You know what a day off does? It stops your routine. So instead, just change it up. Keep it strength. Active recovery doesn't have to be a day off. It could be band pull-aparts for 20, push-ups for 10, just a little circuit of 5 exercises, like 2 or 3 times in a row, and your body is still moving. It's still practicing exercise, still practicing movement. Your joints are starting to stay, because if you stay stiff, you do nothing, you stay stiff, right? So if you sit, you stay stiff. Now you're getting up, oh, my body, yeah, your body hurts because it's sore, and it wants to move. Right? It wants blood flow, so give it some blood flow. Don't fuck rest days. I'll always say rest day, but when I say rest day, I mean don't lift heavy, right? Chill out. Do something lighter, do something fun. That's what I mean by a rest day, okay? So joint-friendly splits works best for me. Focus on recovery as your strategy. If there's one thing, and a lot of people say it, right? And I was a person that was not an advocate for this, but as I get older, I need to advocate it and make it a priority, right? Sleep. Gotta sleep. Yeah, the biggest guys in the world, they sleep. The smallest guys in the world, they don't, right? The people that are in pain don't sleep. The people that do are in less pain, most likely. Sleep. Get into a routine. I'm making a video for that, especially with sleep routine, because a lot of people inside my online group, they are very much not sleepers and they need a routine to help them out. So if you need that, comment down below. Just message me if you don't want to comment. I don't care. But just let me know, because I will be making that, and you want to, just subscribe and it'll pop up in your feed within the next few weeks. But sleep is a big thing. You don't grow in the gym, right? A lot of people think it's about the gym. It's not. You grow when you recover. Recovering is huge. And we just said it before, right? Taking a day off doesn't have to be a day off. Taking a day off can just be active recovery. But there, are you drinking water? Are you getting a gram of protein per body weight or goal body weight? Are you taking whatever it is you need to help hydrate? So water, drinking water. A lot of people don't drink water, right? You can add some pink Himalayan salt to it. Helps electrolytes. It apparently helps. I use it. Someone told me to do it years ago, and I still do it. I drink pickle juice, right? I love fucking pickles, by the way. Pickles are great. So if you ever feel like tired and like beat up or you have a headache, eat a pickle, drink some water. You're probably going to feel better because the sodium in the high is so high inside it that it's going to hydrate you pretty quick, and that headache is going to go away. So again, I don't want to sleep on it, but make sure you find ways to recover, right? And that's through sleep. They suggest 7 to 10 hours, whatever it is. Sure, that's not optimal for a lot of people, but do what you can control. You know, a lot of people here in Las Vegas work overnight. They work swings. They have terrible schedules. You people driving any day. The city never sleeps here. Right? And the service workers always have to be on point. They work early. They work late. Sometimes you see them coming home at like 6 in the morning because of the clubs. It's crazy. It really is a crazy world out here. But for them to try to find sleep patterns, all comes down to routine. What are you doing every day in, day out, every day of the week? Not Monday through Friday. You can't make Saturday and Sunday. You ruin the pattern. Saturday and Sunday have to be the same. All right. So if you're at over 40, what the fuck are you going to the club for anyway? Why are you going out? Stop going out. You don't need to go out. Save your money. Stay inside. Go to day clubs so you can sleep at the same time. I would rather you go get drunk during the day at a day club than at nighttime and staying up till 5 in the morning. You're 45. Stop. Don't go out no more. Stay inside. Get out of the bars. Get out of there. It's more important. What's more important, your muscles or your fucking Guinness? I don't know. You tell me. Some people say Guinness, that's for sure. Last thing I want to talk about is don't train through pain. You know what that means, right? Modify, adjust, listen. Listen to your body. No more days of, I got this little thing just kind of tweaked here and then it hurts. No, there's something going on there. Don't bench heavy there. Don't do it. All right. Oh, I feel something in my back right here. It just feels like, don't deadlift just because your program says to deadlift that day. Change it around, right? Go into a mobility day. Take a recovery workout day on that day. Maybe you didn't sleep well. A lot of phones or the watches tell you your readiness. They say workout preparedness, which is pretty cool. A lot of Whoop apps. I think even just regular Fitbits do it now, so you can check. But if it says like, if you feel off on a day, like, oh man, I feel really tired, I can't lift. I think there might be a thing if you have one of those gadgets that say prepared readiness, I believe they would call it, and seeing where that percentage is. It'll tell you good, not good, or like skip it. If it says low, not good, don't work out heavy that day. Right? Listen to your body. If your knee's screaming, don't run 10 miles. Stop fucking runners are the worst, by the way. Runners, fucking worst. The worst. They try to run to, once I'm done running 10 miles, it goes away. No shit. No shit. But doesn't mean it's good. Your body is just adjusting to ways around the pain. So you're not solving the problem. You're making it worse and you're creating a new one because your body's just finding a new way to you to do it, right? It's fight or flight. It's like, oh shit, this guy's not going to stop. I'm in pain. It's not going to stop. Well, we're either going to make him stop by tearing your ACL or tearing your calf or tearing your Achilles, or it's going to direct the pain somewhere else until it starts aggravating another side of it or the opposite side of the leg. So like I said, runners are the fucking worst, honestly. You guys really are. But I get it. It's your high. It's what makes you go. And I can't hate it, but I do, right? I do hate it because you guys don't listen to your body. Your body's not fragile, but it's talking, right? It speaks. I said, your knee's screaming to you, listen to it. Don't do it. Do a recovery day instead. Trust me. Please trust me. There's a couple things I can tell you if you're supplement-wise, and if you want more videos, I'm going to tell you more about the supplements I do take, the supplementation that I do use. It's not much. It's pretty damn simple. If you want to comment as well, but protein goal 1 gram per body weight. That's what you're looking for. Again, if you're a big guy or a big person, then look for whatever your goal weight is. And not your goal weight is in 10 years, what's your goal weight presently. So say you weigh 225 and you want to get down to 200, well then 200 is your goal weight. Eat that much in protein. And yeah, it's a lot. And yeah, it's hard. People think it's so easy. Oh, I eat so much. I eat chicken colored sandwiches. Yeah, weigh it, motherfucker. Weigh it. And then see how much protein you actually do take in every day. And I'm sure you're not close to what it is you need. That's for damn sure. Creatine. Take creatine. Girls, boys, not kids. They don't need it yet. Girls, men, women then. Let me say girls, boys. So men, women, brain function, recovery, muscle, ATP, faster twitch. Great supplement to take. I'm not sure about any supplementations. I'm not going to suggest any supplementations to any kids ever. I say just eat food. When you turn 20, when you need a little bit more sense, then take it. But I don't think anyone in high school or middle school needs to take any supplements. If you want to take a protein shake, yes, that's fine. But any type of like creatine or fat gainer or whatever, stop. Just eat food, dude. Eat fucking real food. Stop being lazy. Get into a sequence. And don't be the dad that just feeds them shakes for no fucking reason. Have a plan, right? Have a plan. Don't destroy them. Don't give them that ticket. Teach them how to work hard, right? Teach them the hard work. You want to gain weight? It's gonna take work. Make a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Put in your book bag. Eat 10 of them a day. Drink some milk, right? Eat breakfast. Stop being a baby. You want it? You want it? Well, then if you want to be an athlete, you got to eat like an athlete. Right? You want to be this, well, then you got to do this. Teach them those principles now. Don't say, oh, okay, here's a little weight shake. No, you can eat this. And no, they're not going to get it. Teach them the skills. My man, Pat, is amazing. I don't even know if he's on the channel, but if he's listening, but he's a dad that I just kind of, I model in a way because he just, like, I don't know if he did, how he feels about it, but in my eyes, he's did a good job with his kids, teaching them, working out, disciplining them, teaching them about this and hunting and, just doing things, and he was always there and he's a great guy. So if you're there, Pat, just always think about you whenever I think about like parenting and working out, I think about you, man. So just, interesting little tidbit, and hunting, but I'm not a hunter. I am going for my gun license though. My CCW, certified concealed weapon. I have to. This place is crazy. Not that I'll ever need it or do it, but this place is crazy. And I think I need to be armed. I always said I wouldn't want it. I did, but you know what? Like, it's not like Jersey, Belleville, not like people like break into your house. Here it's a little bit more common and it's a little bit more aggressive, and everyone does carry here. So I think I'm going to do it. You tell me if I should do it, and I'll let you go. Stay hydrated. Avoid inflammatory foods if joints flare up. What does that mean? We'll talk about it next time because it's important to understand inflammatory foods, and I will talk about that. That was a note. Be consistent, not crazy. Be consistent, not crazy. That is the end. Thank you guys for coming out to this live. I appreciate you. If you're on the replay, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and please let me know where you guys are from, because it's always a good gauge to know where you guys are at. Any helps, any questions, comment down below, and I will shoot you a message. All right? I'll see you later. Oh, if you want a free 6-week plan, if you haven't started, have nothing to follow, something you do from your home. It's at-home workout. If you got a dumbbell, cool. If you don't, the other first parts are cool too. Go to www.crank krankstrong.com, KRANKSTRONG.com. And there's a free workout I'll send to you. And then you got my email and you can contact me there. All right. See you guys later. Have a great weekend. It is May 10th. I don't know what that means, but it's almost May 11th.